Another day, another dollar. Welcome to the Swish and Flow podcast. Hey, it's your boy PPlus. We got Lee.
Okay.
We got BY.
Howdy.
And Jay is off. Shout out to Jay as always. Guys. All right. So I got this is not really a story, but over the weekend, or I guess last weekend, I was hanging out with BY.
Mm-hmm.
BY and some of our crew. And not the podcast crew, but our friends. And
We even cheated on you.
yeah, Lee. Hanging out with other people. You jealous?
I'm very jealous.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, we were hanging out, and we made a trip to the beach. It was a nice day actually, and we actually
This was not something P would ever say. We hung out at the beach.
yeah, this is not my I'm not a beach goer. I do not like the beach. I kind of cringed when when these guys told me that we're going to the beach, and I was like, all right, this is the beach. All right, but it is what it is. I went, I did enjoy myself to a certain extent because I wasn't really doing much at the beach. But the interesting thing is, after the beach, we went for dinner, and we went for the first time ever. I had Ethiopian food. Ethiopian food. So, Lee, have you ever had Ethiopian food?
Absolutely not.
Do you even know?
No, I actually don't. I can't even picture what's included. Like chicken rice?
Do you know where Ethiopia is?
Yeah, it's in Africa.
Oh, okay, good. At least you know that. Some people might. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, but yeah. Sorry. Go on, Bio.
No, go.
Yeah. So Ethiopian food is I don't really know how to describe it, but it's basically I guess
the type that we had.
Oh, there's
right?
different types?
I'm assuming it's like when you say like Chinese food is, or like when you say like Indian food is curry. It's not just curry. It's, I mean, the main
but the main
feature is
stuff.
curry, right?
Yeah.
But so I guess the most prominent part of Ethiopian food is whatever we had.
Oh, so it was meats. It was like a bunch of meats
Or vegetables, right?
Oh,
I would say more vegetables than meats.
Vegetables.
It's just that we got meats because we're meat eaters.
Yeah, majority of us over there were meat eaters. But yeah, it was just like a different. I guess it was kind of like how do I describe this? Basically, you got this large plate, and then there's this kind of like soft bread. Maybe not bread.
It's called injera.
Injera, yeah. So injera is like, I guess it's kind of like a. Man, I really don't know. This is so hard to describe.
It's like a wrap, right? It's kind of like,
but it's not a wrap. It's spongy.
It's like a spongy little. It's your carb. So like some people have rice, some people have roti, some people have tortilla. Some people so for Ethiopians they use injera.
Yeah. So think of a spongy cake, but not sweet.
It's
and
like
it's
a crepe,
flat.
like a crepe.
Okay, yeah, I guess a crepe. Like, yeah, that's a good way to describe it. So it's like just the bread part of the crepe, and it's just flat, and then you basically have like meats in like a circle.
Usually, kind of stewed meat. So
Stewed
whether it be
meat, yeah.
stewed lamb, stewed chicken, or beef, or something, and then also again you'll get beets. You have stewed potatoes or lentils or other types of beans.
Yeah, like so that would be like the vegetarian side of it. But I gotta say, man, terrible food.
Boo!
Oh my goodness! Oh,
You were building this whole thing up, and I was like, okay, where's
this going?
where's this place at? We're gonna give them a shout out. We're gonna
no, they ain't
get a
getting no
sponsor
shout
from
out
them or something.
No, man. This is very subjective.
Haters gonna hate, man.
This guy's not cultured.
This is not.
This guy's not cultured.
This is very
Eat your
subjective.
chicken wings, man.
He's,
Eat your chicken
McDonald's
wings.
and Burger King.
I don't know, man. No fast food, man. But yeah, I mean, it was just not good. I don't, no offense to Ethiopians, but like your food is plain. It's just very plain. It just didn't. There's just, it's not to say it was bland. It was just very plain. There's nothing special about it. I was expecting something more when I was having it. When they said like stew meats, like stewed meats, I was thinking more, a little more flavor than whatever we had.
It could have very well been the restaurant that you guys went to, right? I mean,
No, but this is a pretty. I think it was a pretty popular restaurant. No,
It was.
oh, what was it? You can say it. I don't know what it was.
No, it was a pretty.
What was it called?
So it's one of the more. It's a small franchise, so they have a couple of locations. So,
It was on. It was on. What is it? What's that street called?
was it just on Bloor?
Yeah.
No, Danforth. On
Danforth. Yeah,
It was on Danforth,
so
but-
the Danforth is known for pretty good restaurants in general.
This place. So, I'm the one who recommended it.
Yeah.
I've had Ethiopian food on a number of times. This was pretty much on par. So yeah, I can understand if you're not a fan of it, you're not a fan of it. Some people have certain things that they're not fans of.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I like it. It's not something I seek. I'd rather have certain Asian foods more, but it's a nice change of pace to have Ethiopian food, and I would say it's one of the better types of African food.
So I will say that I've never had any African food in general.
Now you're cultured.
Like,
Now you've
I
been
don't-
cultured.
Like I don't even think I've ever been to like an African restaurant ever. I don't even know if I'm pretty sure we do have some in Toronto. Like
No, we have
you
we have
know,
plenty. We have
plenty, right?
A lot of different types, whether
Yeah.
it be Kenyan food or Nigerian food or South African food.
Yeah. I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
like yeah, this is bad, man. I've never actually been to any one of these places. This is the first time I have been to something from their continent, I guess, right? And it's just like
Well,
I don't know, man. Like how do you guys eat, man? I don't know.
think about it. In some of these areas, they are developing, they're developing economies.
Okay.
Right? So access to certain types of things can be limited in terms of certain ingredients.
Well,
now they have to make do. Like let's say, I would say especially with those South Asia, they
Yeah.
use a lot of different spices.
Yeah, they're blessed
Right?
with spices in the lands, I guess.
Yeah, so hence the spice trade. Where in Africa they may not have as many of those types of spices. So you have to make do with what they have, and that's why I was telling you in terms of meat,
Yeah.
it may not be as common because meat can be fairly expensive.
Ah, I see.
So
Okay.
it is more geared towards the vegetarian. It's just that we got the meat one because I would have recommended that would be more palatable to your taste,
yes.
right? Especially with the group that we had. It was more meat eating than vegetable eating. Okay, so
Yeah.
that was deliberate. But I would say more of the vegetarian stuff, which I also still enjoy, was more of the common cuisine.
Yeah, I would say like it was good portions for what they were charging. It was good. It wasn't bad. Like from a cost perspective, all right, it was pretty good. But
Yeah, if you don't like it, you don't like it. It's fine.
Oh,
I
jeez.
enjoyed it. My wife enjoys it.
But the spongy bread, whatever that was, injera was very. I could eat that.
Yeah, you eat it. You soak it in the stewy sauce and stuff.
Like yeah,
it's very similar to, let's say, eating Indian food.
like I could have that with like dal, you
Yeah.
know, or like some Indian dishes. 100%.
I guess if you compare it to Indian dishes where there is a lot more bursts of flavor,
Yeah.
then it doesn't compare. I would prefer Indian food over Ethiopian food, and so when you compare the two, you can't.
Yeah, I
But,
think
on its own, it's just different.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, Lee, what do you think?
the way you guys are describing it sounds like something where I had when I went to Hungary. It's like Hungarian food. Hungarian food is very similar to what you guys described, with dipping bread into the soup and whatever you guys described. But it's not my cup of tea. It doesn't entirely sound appetizing. I'm more of like stir fried, more like a little bit more. I guess like I like Italian food and Greek food, so I'm more into like the carbs, right? Even though what you guys described, I have those. It's just not the same as Italian and Greek food, and and you don't hear that often, right? Like here in Toronto, where even though we're very diverse, you don't really hear Ethiopian food. So I kind of agree with.
So you said Ethiopian?
How do you say it?
Ethiopian.
Ethiopian food.
Yeah.
If anything, when you think, I guess when you think food, you think like Chinese, Japanese, Italian, Greek. Then you start then after those, the second tier group of kind of food, then you kind of think like Middle Eastern food, right? You think Afghan food.
Are you tiering though? Are you giving like a tier system?
In terms of popularity, in terms of people,
okay, popularity.
which is most appetizing for majority of the people, in my opinion. And obviously you have your fast food people, right? And but you wouldn't really think Ethiopian. You wouldn't really think African type of foods. You would probably think more like South American before you think African food, right?
Well, what's a South American?
South American is still pretty hard to find. I mean, it's not hard. Okay, so one of the things that we're blessed in living in Toronto is that we actually have access to all these types of different cuisines.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like there's going to be more popular ones, but we actually have access to Ethiopian food or South African food or whatever, or even South American, whether it be Brazilian or Argentinian or Peruvian or things like that. I've tried all those things, and South American is, I would say, a little bit similar in between the different nations in terms of food, but there are some differences. Whether it be because South American is not similar to Mexican as some would think.
So like Colombian food is probably very different from Mexican.
They'll have some crossover, right?
Yeah.
But like,
Mexican food is very distinguishable, I think.
Yeah,
100%. It should be. I mean, it's very popular too, right? Like tacos.
Well, it's North America, right?
Yeah.
So whether tacos, and then you have different types of fillings, whether it be with beef,
beans,
or the way you prepare the meats and stuff, right? So, all I can think is like for South Americans like pupusas or arepas, which are similar concepts. They're like some kind of carb.
Oh, I've had
vessel.
I've had a arepa. What was it? Arepa? Yeah, I've had that. That's like the.
It's like a rice bun or something, right? Like a rice flour bun. It's basically you get like some kind of bun made out of something.
Yeah.
Some kind of carb.
Yeah.
And use it like a taco or a sandwich.
It's like different. It's different flavored. Yeah. I've
and
then
you just put whatever, right? Whether it be grilled meats or stewed meat or something.
Yeah.
All similar concepts, just different, whatever local spices or things you get.
All right.
Right?
So here, let me take this conversation over. If you guys had to choose the worst cuisine, what would it be? I'll go off. I'll start off right now. It's gonna be Ethiopian cuisine.
Really?
Yeah, as the worst.
Well, I mean, Ken,
as the worst.
You haven't tried a whole lot too.
I've tried a lot. Okay,
that's your first foray.
Hold on. I mean,
African food.
Yeah, African food. That is the first. I'll admit that. But I have tried.
Africa's huge.
Still, but I've tried again. This is just me, but I've tried enough that I could rank that as the lowest. Not to say it's bad, but it's just the lowest or the worst for me. Lee's thing is hard, yeah. What do you think? What is your worst? There's gotta be one bottom. If I hear Indian food, I'm gonna get mad at you.
No, Indian. I like Indian food.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I eat a lot of Indian food.
Definitely. or do you need a minute to think?
Yeah.
I have some ideas
BY?
already.
Yeah, BY. Okay, let's
Man.
hear it. What's the worst?
Like anything that's bland, right? When you think of bland, you think of like
what are you, white food? I don't. There's no white food.
you
but-
look at either like British food,
Okay, British food. Yeah.
right? Like the things where you think of like meat and potatoes, right?
Mm.
So like British food or Irish food.
Okay, that's
Um,
that's actually not a bad, like choice,
Yeah, but
because
I
a lot of
mean,
people might agree with you there.
there's not much to even. I've tried like Swedish food.
I heard Swedish food is well,
There's
isn't
not
Swedish
much
food
to
just
it.
like hot dog? I mean, like sausages and
No, so Swedish is like open face sandwiches.
okay,
It's okay. So the thing about Swedish food, it's very clean.
yes,
So,
IKEA?
it's a very
IKEA
clean.
food?
Yeah, IKEA food. Like like okay, meatballs, right?
oh okay,
But they have a really clean cuisine. So like open face sandwiches with and so it's a little bit fancier,
yeah.
but it's not a whole lot of much. I don't know.
But so okay, so you might say they're the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, they're my. It's not something I would not seek out Swedish
Okay,
food.
that's a good
Whereas
way
like
to put it.
other
Yeah.
things like Lee, you mentioned Hungarian. I like Hungarian food. Like I've tried Hungarian food before, whether it be like goulash or like tons of sausages and schnitzels and all that stuff, right?
Ooh,
Oh, that's great.
I love them snitch.
Both of you can't talk today, man.
Snitch.
Schnitzel?
Snitch is how you say it.
Ethiopian food. Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just had to hear it first. But
No, but the one thing,
is
Jay's gonna get so mad.
okay.
I
Oh,
cannot do Filipino food.
oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I've tried.
Yeah.
It's just the flavor profile just doesn't work for me. I get it. I understand why people like it. It just doesn't work for me. I'm not a fan of like tamarind. I'm not a fan of adobo, which is like a staple, right? It's like
Yeah, that's
a
one of
big
their
part
staples.
of
Yeah.
Filipino food, right?
Yeah.
Like it's the sweet and sour
What combination?
bases of Filipino food, which I just doesn't really jive with me. And so I respect their cuisine.
Yeah.
Like I would disrespect British food. I would disrespect Swedish food.
Yeah.
I respect Filipino food. It just doesn't
It's
work
like,
with
yeah.
my palate. So in your case, Ethiopian food doesn't work with your palate. So all respect to my Filipino brothers and sisters. It just doesn't work for me.
But nah.
No, I'll eat lechon all day, every day. I'll eat ube. I'll eat halo halo. It's just the regular entrees. I don't know. Sorry, guys.
Lee, who do you got as your lowest? You were like researching this.
I'm gonna preface and apologize to my
Oh, why you always apologize? Just say it, man. Yo.
West Indies people.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's
But when I say West Indies, I only mean the Guyanese and the Trinis.
Oh, okay,
Jamaicans
okay.
are all right. You understand me? But the Guyanese and the when I say West Indies, I mean Guyanese and the Trinis, because I've had it before and they're just trying a little bit too hard to be the East Indians, right? Let alone the curry chicken. It's actually chicken curry. All right, they can't even get the name right. So let's get the name right first. Then we're gonna start tasting your food. Okay, so that's I gotta tell like it is,
Dude,
okay?
I love West Indian food.
So
I love it.
Have you tried Pakistani food? Have you tried?
Oh yeah, dude.
Right? Have you tried those true Indian food, Indian curries? Right? When you differentiate the two, then it's just bland. Like you're trying to
No
enjoy
way.
curry. You're trying to enjoy the spices, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna try a curried chicken from a Guyanese store restaurant. I'm like, what the bum bucklet is this, right? Like I don't even taste the spice. It tastes very bland to me. Or if it's not bland, it's hella salty, and
You're going to the wrong places, man.
And so for me, it's more like I would rather support the, I guess the East Indians.
You mean the real Indians?
The real the
Oh.
real. But I think when I compare the two curries, I'm siding with the East Indians with their curry. So like I don't want to eat it.
Flop,
I mean,
eh?
like if I'm invited
Flop,
to a Trini,
You know,
party,
I don't want to eat it. I just heard him say.
I'll still enjoy it, but to me inside my head, I'm like, oh, like it's just not the same. It's just not the same.
Yeah,
love
we
it,
got
man.
a mutual friend, BY. I want to bring it up to her one day. I'm gonna be like, yo, I heard your food was flop.
I love that stuff.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, no, I mean like
Okay, so
yeah.
Guyanese and Trini, eh?
yeah.
Interesting.
The curry chicken.
Me can't about that.
Bust
You know,
up roti.
I kind of agree with you on the Guyanese food.
Doubles.
Me not care about
I
doubles.
love doubles.
I know a lot of people
I
like
can't buy
doubles. A lot of people love doubles. Like
I love
that's very
doubles.
popular. Yeah.
That's like one of my top.
Okay,
things
start
to eat.
naming some Indian dishes. Can you name Indian dishes?
Yeah, chicken korma.
Okay.
Butter chicken.
So those are all westernized, man. Those are all like
chicken
white people things.
biryani.
White people say.
What was the last
Chicken
one?
biryani.
Okay, so what else? You when you say doubles, that's a very niche kind of Guyanese food, right?
It's like their
But
best
if
thing.
I,
It's
if, I,
their
if I
staple.
tell
It's
you,
their staple.
if I say pani puri, if I say to you masala dosa, if I say to you pakoras, like those are more like niche down Indian food that you're not even you're telling me butter chicken, chicken biryani.
Because
those
butter
are all
chicken's
common
the best.
stuff. Those are all common.
They're
stuff
common
that-
because they're the
but
best.
when you're saying Guyanese and West Indian food, what doubles? Who cares? Doubles? Those are just fried dough. Get out of here. Anyone can
What
do,
are you talking
anyone can
about?
do
It's fried dough with
anyone can do that. Have you
Anyone
tried
can
it?
do
Have you tried the chana paduras?
yes.
Exactly. What you
There's
know
different.
about that? What
It's
you
like you're
know
compar-
about that? What you know about that?
They're completely different cuisines. You can't
No, but what I'm saying is, what else?
like if you had to prefer.
Okay,
one,
so
then why don't you
all
eat
I remember
we
when you're
should eat
saying about
Indian
West
curry
Indian
every
food is
single day.
doubles. What else have you said?
I said curry chicken.
That's chicken curry. That's Indian. You're copying me. Okay, what else you have?
It's different. It tastes completely different. It's like
No.
every curry chicken is different.
It's like saying okay,
Look at-
Italians
okay,
have
you-
spaghetti and then Filipinos put some ketchup in it and it tastes sweet. That's spaghetti,
Put
and they
some
call their
ketchup.
Filipino spaghetti. That's
But-
exactly what you're doing.
but it's different.
But you're copying me. Come up with something original.
So you're
Mexican come up with their,
So
their tacos and their burritos, and then what? So then you're gonna go and make something else and in Brazil and call it also burrito, right?
Well, it's different. Again, you have access to different types of ingredients,
Okay.
different types of spices. So you just work with that. You're saying that Japanese curry is the same as Indian curry? No, they're completely
but
different.
Japanese have their own Japanese food. They're
That's-
known for sashimi.
No,
Let's get it
but
right.
they still have curry.
But they're no. But
look at-
what is Guyana known for? What are they known for?
They're curry.
No, they're not. They're not. No, the Indians, the East Indians, the Pakistanis, the Indians
you're
from
saying-
New Delhi,
They're influences.
they're known for their curries.
Are you
But you
saying-
have to
and then,
think about.
and then the West Indian copied.
Yeah,
I'm
they
saying,
copy.
what is-
Yeah,
what
I
is
think
the
they
original?
copied them.
but
though.
the thing is,
Tell me what your
there's-
original stuff is. Okay, in Malaysia, kway teow, tom yum, right? In
But
South,
that comes from
those-
comes from China.
But they're
So
they're
you-
known for that.
Are
Nasi
Italians
goreng,
and
mee
Chinese
goreng.
different?
Oh, I'm craving for that. I'm thinking Malaysia right now when I think mee goreng.
Yeah, but look, but that's
Chili
also
chicken.
Indian too.
You're
Mee
thinking
goreng is
hakka.
Indian too.
You're thinking, but Indian is known for their curry.
I
What
know,
is
but-
Guyana known for?
So you got to think about
Marathi.
you got to think of all these like colonizations and
You think
The-
when
the
you think America,
transfer
you
of
think you're thinking Big Mac. You're
Yeah.
thinking Big Mac.
No,
Okay,
no.
Canada,
I'm
you're
not-
thinking
I'm not really-
poutine.
Yeah.
Jamaica, you're thinking jerk chicken. What is Guyana and Trinidad known for?
doubles.
Doubles. Yeah, I was about to say doubles. Yeah, so doubles is what they're known for.
Marathi.
Like I get what you're saying. Like there is
That's
every country has that one food they're known for.
Exactly.
But-
exactly.
not really.
Yeah,
I mean,
for the most part. Yeah,
there's-
China's known for their dumplings.
yeah,
right? Their
like
chicken balls.
dim sum.
But
Dim
the thing
sum.
is, there's so many. Yeah, there's these world world powers that have spread out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and own certain thing, and spread their armies around the world. And then there's influences, right? Like look at Hong Kong. With the British occupation, now their Hong Kong cuisine has become more has the Chinese influences, and then also the British influences, whether it be macaroni soup or tomato soup or toast, right? Chinese people don't eat toast, but because the British were there, that they introduced those things and kind of made it their own. Because Hong Kong toast is very different from North American toast, right? And so you got these different fusions of things, and that's why, let's say, between East Indian and West Indian, similar like concepts, but they have different styles based on where they live.
But still the worst. I'm playing. Yeah.
I get your point. I know what you're trying to say.
Because
I'm saying is,
look at Vietnamese food, right?
Yeah.
There's so much French influence because there's a French occupation.
But
there.
when you think Vietnam, you're thinking pho, right? You're thinking pho,
but you can't have pho without the French,
right? No,
like,
but
look at the banh mi.
You're still thinking pho. But you're maybe you're more educated on the history side to it. But when I'm just thinking menu and restaurants, when I think Vietnam or I'm thinking Vietnamese food, I'm thinking pho. Okay, when I'm thinking,
but look
all
at what
these
pho
different
is.
countries,
Pho is
I'm thinking
noodle soup.
Yeah.
You have noodle soup from all around the
everywhere.
world.
Yeah, that's true.
You have
That's true.
American chicken noodle soup.
That's right. Yeah.
Pho is chicken noodle soup.
Oh,
I understand
Or
that,
beef
but
noodle
no,
soup,
but
right?
then when you're thinking
Different
Vietnamese food, you're thinking pho.
Yeah.
But
What
I'm
is
thinking-
pho? What is pho?
It's
Chicken noodle soup.
No, it's not. It's
Or beef noodle
beef
soup.
broth.
Okay, beef noodle soup.
beef broth. Noodles. Vermicelli. It's not just any noodles. Vermicelli. Soup noodle with the different kinds of beef or meats that you want, and you can also put in the variation of different toppings like mint, bean sprouts, right? But Guyana and Trinidad,
But like, think about
what
it.
you got?
all these,
Holla at me.
but all these different types.
YouTube, help me out here.
You have all these Southeast Asian countries, right? Whether it be
Yeah, so
whether
I'm
it
gonna
be
say
Cambodia.
there's an overlap. There's an overlap with Indonesians and Malaysians in terms of food. So I know both
even
countries have
Thai.
tom yum.
Even
Who's
Thai.
fighting? Sorry, and
in Thailand, right? Thailand has
Yeah,
very
Thailand
similar
is
things
very
too.
yeah, very very. There's a lot of overlap, but they're within the same continent.
But look at
Right?
East and West Indies.
they're
same
they're
continents.
very close, and geographically they're very close, right? Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, right? They're all within the same area. But at least Filipinos, they could differentiate themselves even though they're in the same continent. Okay,
like
so
it.
good for them.
They're not in the same continent.
look at-
Oh, you mean like just by
Southeast Asia,
themselves?
Southeast Asia.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
got it,
You're steering
So,
away. You're
but-
giving
but-
different
but you're-
examples. I'm asking you a question, BY. Trinidad and Guyana, what are they known for?
What if the Indians stole what the other ones did? Right? You got.
Don't. You already
okay,
lost me.
so
when
you
you
brought
said
up-
curry chicken.
you- so
you
you brought-
lost me when you say curry chicken.
So you
it's
brought up-
chicken curry.
You brought out dumplings. Look at how many different places have
Yeah,
dumplings.
pierogies and all that.
They're
But okay,
all-
forget about
They're all
about
dumplings. They're
Okay,
all dumplings.
No.
Pierogies. You got.
but
you
Chinese
got
have
wonton. You got.
Chinese. They have sweet and sour. They have the General Tao, right? The Western Tao.
Okay,
Western
General
kind of-
Tao is very
No,
North
no,
American.
you're
That's
talking
not
about
Chinese.
There's-
That's an American dish. That's not
there's
Chinese.
so many kinds of Chinese. Like
What is Chinese- what is
food,
Chinese
I
food known
think
for?
is the most superior out of all.
Oh,
of them.
yeah, get
You
out
know,
of here!
terms of-
No,
I
no,
think
no,
you're
no,
saying
no.
the most diverse. The most diverse.
Most diverse, but most superior
What?
in terms of variation.
Did you just say
on the
most diverse? Get out of here with that
Yeah,
garbage.
BY
I would
said
say,
that.
you know
No,
why?
I said
No.
most superior.
Think about
Wait, you said diverse?
China's huge.
It's
Yeah.
not the most diverse.
You have
no,
you
no,
have
no, no.
from the
The thing is-
morning you got dim sum to midnight you have desserts.
You got dim
It's
sum.
most diverse.
okay?
It's
No.
more diverse
Around
in
the damn
Manchukuo,
clock.
okay? It's more
China-
than Manchukuo and Holy Chow. Okay?
Exactly.
You
More
got
than
North and South and East and West China. completely different.
I-
You never had it before.
I'm sorry,
what was that show called? Walk with.
Walk with Yan?
You walk with Yan. It's not just walk. Like you gotta watch. You gotta watch.
I know
Walk
what you're
with
talking
Yan.
about. Yeah.
Okay, so
No, no. No, I'm not gonna say. I would say India has the most diverse.
absolutely not.
Yeah, I think.
Absolutely
no,
not.
no.
What's your morning breakfast? What morning breakfast do you have?
Curry. Curry roti and rice.
No, you got,
Jellibes.
you
Let's
got-
get some laddus and jellibes.
no,
It's about
it's all bread. Like it's all, no, there's plenty of stuff. I
Do you
don't
know what's on the menu for dim sum? Do you know what's on the menu for lunch and dinner? Do you know what's on the menu for dessert late at night?
Do
It
you?
goes on and on.
Do you?
I can't name them all. I forget.
I
There's
can't
so
name all
many.
the Indian dishes either. So what are you talking about here?
Okay, you name 5 right now. Name 5. Go on. Go name 5 from each.
I'm not gonna be
Exactly.
I'm not
Fall
gonna
back,
do-
Mayun.
No.
Fall back.
It's gonna take a
Yeah,
while.
so
We have to
I-
name some.
So yeah, I think just because of the geographical size of China
And the population.
Yeah,
and
but
the
look
population,
at hold on.
that there's so many different types of cuisine within. There's so many different types of languages in China alone, right?
Okay, sure.
Dialects.
So the thing is,
That's the same
again,
thing. Well, what
and
about
because
Russia?
of the spice trade going through China,
Yeah.
and like the Silk Road and all that stuff. So the thing is, there's just so much different things depending on what region you're from. They have all their own different regional types of food. I would argue that's the most diverse, just because of the geographical.
Amen.
Nah.
Like I said, if you didn't know, now you know. You heard it from BY first.
They're stealing all the spices from all around the
Of
world. I don't know
course,
what
they
you guys
steal it and
talking
they make
about.
their
yo.
own, right?
Yeah, no, they're not
You
making
can have
their
the
own.
spice, but if you don't know what to do with this, so
I-
fall back.
I love how he was talking about Guyana and Trini stealing, and then yet China's the one stealing too.
no,
Get outta here
Did
with
you
that,
know?
yo.
Did
No,
you
no, no.
did you
Get
know
outta
that?
here.
Did you know that?
Hypocrite, hypocrite. Yo,
Did you
get
know
outta
that
here.
China started noodles and then the Italians took the noodles and it made the spaghetti?
All right,
So what's better, noodles or spaghetti? That's just like your curry chicken in
It's
East Indian
different,
West.
but it's
no,
different.
It's the same.
No,
It's
it's
exactly
It's the same.
It's
He
noodle,
got you
noodle.
there,
No,
yo.
no, no, no,
He
no,
got
no,
you
spaghetti.
there.
No, because when I think Italy, what am I thinking? I'm thinking pizza.
But it's exactly
the
the
thin
same.
sliced pizza, and I'm also thinking lasagna.
Yeah, no. No one's
And
thinking thin
maybe the
sliced
garlic
pizza.
bread.
No one says lasagna.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You think
the
about
penne,
spaghetti,
the
spaghetti.
ragatoni, the ragatelli, the penne,
You're
the
making noodles
right.
up.
You're thinking all these different pasta when you're thinking Italy, but when I'm thinking China, I'm thinking wonton soup, sweet and sour pork. I'm thinking, right?
Okay,
I'm thinking
you're
spring
thinking
rolls.
manchu wok. That's what you're thinking.
None of those are appetizing, man, compared
Okay, so-
to the Italian dishes. I'm sorry.
Nioro bao, you're thinking churro bao, right? So there's all these different kinds of. Not only do you have it in the steam, you can have it in a fried version, you can have it in a soup version, dumplings, right? There's so many different variations. So that's therefore Chinese food is the most superior out of all different kinds of cuisines in the world. Enough said.
You know what, guys? For all the listeners, comments. If you think Chinese food is superior, I don't know. You crazy.
Tell us otherwise. You tell us otherwise.
Yeah. But okay, wow. You know what? We just went off on a really long tangent there. That was crazy.
I got BY triggered about his Guyanese and Trini foods.
Yo, I love it.
Oh,
Shout out
man.
to all my Guyanese and Trini friends.
Oh man. Okay. Well, you know what? That was quite interesting because we live in a world where like you said, BY, we're blessed to be able to try all these different cuisines.
We were in the most multicultural city in the world.
Yeah. And I think there's only a few cities that can match us. New York being one of them.
Yeah.
And I think LA might be there.
I wouldn't say like LA.
You want to say LA?
I mean, they have a
Just in terms of cuisine. In terms of cuisines, you could probably get everything there. Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah. There isn't too many. I think Vancouver might be another one.
No, I would say because
I've never been to Vancouver. So.
They're diverse because they have Chinese and non-Chinese,
Oh,
right?
that's a good point.
They have a huge Chinese population there,
Yeah.
whereas we have a large Italian population, we have a large Jamaican population, we have a large all different regions.
Yeah,
of
we got
Africa.
everything.
We have,
Yeah.
now taking in the refugees, whether it be from Lebanon or now Afghanistan,
A lot
right?
of Middle Eastern, Afghan,
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
And then we got a large Chinese population.
I mean, that's
we
everywhere.
actually have all these little Little Italy, Chinatown, Koreatown, right?
Yeah.
We have all
Is
these
there-
different
is there-
things.
Is there Trini Town and Guyana Town?
Yo, that's called Scarborough, man.
There's Gerard Street for
Oh, jeez.
for my Indian people there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
But
right.
you got these pockets that you can go to and find some of the best food
yeah.
from those regions. It's truly a blessing.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I it's amazing because like we could argue about this. So, like that's how blessed we are that we are able to argue about different foods or different cuisines. So, yeah, if you again, if you're listening, just hey, tell us what your favorite cuisine is too. I'd like to hear it. Maybe there's something we should try that I mean, like I said, I haven't tried everything, but maybe there's something I should probably try that.
We didn't even talk about our favorite. We just talked about our worst.
We do that. That was a little bit of a hater's corner right there.
But I spinned it off. I spinned it off by saying
Chinese is yours.
Chinese. Is
Yeah,
mine.
he he's this guy here. It's superior. Get out of here with
the
that
most
garbage,
superior.
yo. Garbage, yo.
Most superior from morning till night
Goodness gracious.
till midnight, from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. What you know about that?
No, I'd say Malaysian food is better. I mean, I'm
I agree.
biased.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty.
But-
I might agree with him, PY. on that.
Nah,
I'm a
it's
biased
just-
too.
nah.
so-
There's that different type of spice profile that they have
yeah,
that Chinese food doesn't have. I would say Chinese, again, more diverse, but with just that flavor profile of Malaysian food, can't be beat.
yeah. That
You're up in your
flavor.
feelings there, BY.
That flavor,
You're up in your
man.
feelings, man. It's okay. I understand.
Oh man.
It's getting a little sentimental there. It's all good.
Well, all right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap this up for today. This is a shorter episode, but next week we're gonna come out with a banger. We're gonna have a haters corner, and I got a big one. I'm gonna save it for next week because it's a good one, guys. It's a really
Can't
good
wait.
one.
Can't wait.
I can't wait myself. I'll just give a clue for y'all.
Okay, what's that? What's the sneak peek?
What's the sneak peek? It's I'll just say one word: booty.
Ooh.
Booty.
Okay.
All right,
okay.
that's your clue, guys.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. As always, people will we'll see you guys next week on Friday. And any last words before we head out, guys? No. All right. Well, again, like and subscribe the video, and yeah, we'll see everybody next week. See y'all.
Peace out.